Good day, all. Welcome back to Cruisin Classics YouTube channel. Today we have a really special treat for you. An incredibly rare car. A 1965 Fiat Jolly Giardiniera. I know that's a mouthful, and it's a car that most people have never seen. Shoot, I've never seen one. There's supposedly only about 10 of them left in existence, from what I understand. And we have one right here live in captivity at Cruisin Classics. The Giardiniera is a extended platform station wagon version of a Fiat 500. And back from 1958 to 1966, Fiat was sending 500s and 600s, 10 at a time, over to Ghia Coachworks to have them modified into these doorless, wicker seat, Surrey-topped Jollies. At the same time, Fiat made this extended platform Giardiniera wagon, and according to legend, 100 or so of those were sent over to Ghia to be transformed into Jollies as well, and this is one of those. And the difference, and it is a major difference, between this and one of the 500 or 600 Jollies, is that in the back, it has this extended luggage area, and the engine is down underneath that panel. So it's set up much differently than a 500 or 600 Jolly, and it also has different sides on it. On a 500 or 600 Jolly, this would extend out and come back. The trim piece would be different, a much different look to it. So this is a very, very rare piece. And it just underwent a 2-year full rotisserie restoration, nuts, bolts, and everything. I can't wait to show you all this in the video. And one little snippet of history we actually have on this particular car. The gentleman who brought it to us tells us that he got it from somebody who got it from somebody who bought it out of California. And at the time when it was in California, it had pink wheels, it had pink trim inside and pink floor mats, and they did that, painted those elements pink, and it had a pink top. So pink floor mats, pink top, pink wheels, and it was done for Jackie Onassis to drive in a golf tournament in California. And as those who know a little bit about these know, Aristotle Onassis actually owned a Jolly and kept it on his yacht in the Mediterranean. So it was more than fitting that Jackie O get to drive one in a golf tournament. Unfortunately, we have no pictures of the Jolly when it was partially pink, and no pictures of Jackie O in it. So it's kind of a hearsay story, but boy, what a cool one. And speaking of cool, let's start getting down to details. We do have photographs of the restoration of it on the rotisserie, all stripped down to bare metal, and you can tell that it is a no rust car in those photographs. It's coated in PPG Deltron single stage paint in beautiful white. Over $10,000 in paint and supplies to do this paint job, and it is incredibly nice. Concourse level paint, and it is not just on the top of the car, but the bottom of the car too. So please take a look at our photo array, because you'll see the pictures of the bottom. It's incredible underneath this car. It looks just as nice as it does on the top. Up front is storage inside of here, and we'll open that up shortly and show you what's going on. Taking a close look at the front of the vehicle. Beautiful Fiat grille, red badging there. Underneath, a slot for a European style license plate. Turn signals, headlights with bright bezels, and these headlamps are the type with bulbs, not sealed beams, so they are the correct European style headlights. A beautiful front grille. As we cruise around to the side, you'll see other bright elements that catch the eye. Really nice side mirror, bright window trim, bright wiper arms for the working wipers. Nice colorful Ghia badge. 12-inch wheels, painted body color, with beauty rings and Fiat center caps, all wrapped in Pirelli white wall tires. And I'll show you here that on each one of the tires, if they're sitting straight up and down at 12 o'clock, is Pirelli. Right here in the center, it'll read Fiat straight across, and directly underneath at 6 o'clock, the valve stem. And it's that way on all 4 wheels. It is super cool to see. It's that level of detail that somebody went to when they restored this Jolly. The hallmark of a Jolly, the wicker seats, the doorless frame, and the serried fringe top. And this one has a really nice, brand new, crisp white top on it. It couldn't look any cleaner. The structure that holds it up does fold up. It's not easy to fold it up, but it does fold up. And we'll get into the interior a little more in a few minutes. You can see beautiful trim pieces. All the chrome was redone by a shop in Grafton, Ohio. So kind of local to us. But all the chrome was taken off the car, sent there, and redone. Now these vents on the back, which are really, really cool looking. On a Giardiniera, when it was still in its original form from the factory and it was a wagon, those were actually up on the rear pillar of the vehicle, back here on the back pillar. They have been moved down, of course, when it was turned into a Jolly by Ghia. As we continue on around to the rear, you'll see it has really nice looking tail lights, crystal clear, bright bezels, a nice chrome light cover for the rear license plate, and again it is set up for Euro tags. The only thing marking it as a Jolly really is that little decal there. Underneath, so we've got some nice chrome exhaust coming out. The car is just unbelievably nice. I feel lucky to be in its presence, to be honest with you. You don't see these. I've seen a photograph of 2 of them in my life, and this is the first time I've ever seen a real live Giardiniera Jolly, and it is so cool. Now that I'm up front, I'm going to pause briefly. I'm going to get the front trunk open, and I'm going to get the engine compartment open, and I'm going to come back and we'll talk about them. Here we are back with the 1965 Fiat Jolly Giardiniera, and we've got the front trunk open. You'll see this is where our gas tank is located. It's not particularly large, but it serves its purpose. A full matching spare, held on real nicely. Over here you can see a washer fluid bag, which currently does not have fluid in it, though it is completely piped through and able to work. We have a really nice vinyl mat here in the front. An original Jolly toolkit with all the tools in it. Couldn't be more cool than that. That is super nice to have. And here, in this nice little burlap sack, an original jack. Also with hold down straps. And it is a numbers matching body. You can see that right there. A really cool method of holding this open is just spring loaded. You just move this arm, release it, and then let the hood down. Just that easy. And the hood is released from a little pull in the side, located right here. Pull that and it pops the front. Let's go around and take a look at the engine bay. Now I have taken out our wicker picnic basket, which I'll show you the interior of in a moment. And we have lifted up the really nice back mat that snaps down. You can see it snaps here, it snaps over here. And I've undone these clamps that hold the cover for the engine. All right. You can see we have a similar stopper method over there to hold the door up as what we have up front. And this is the power plant of this not so fast vehicle. What it is a horizontally positioned air-cooled 499 cc overhead valve inline 2-cylinder with a single barrel carb. And it is so clean. I can't even express to you how clean this all is. Again, this whole car has been taken completely apart. Everything restored to like new condition, no matter where you look. This car is so correct and so nice. Everything about it. Just stunning. You can see the exhaust going down there. Now, what I'll do to close it, so I'll pull that bar forward, let this down, close the latches, flip the cover down, and it just snaps right back in place. Those snaps go right to where they're supposed to go. You can hear it snapping right back into place. And we'll take our picnic basket. Can't not have a picnic basket in your Jolly. And I'll show you here inside of it. It's a brand new picnic set. It's really nice, actually. Silverware, all the goodies in here. It's pretty cool. Perfect to go to the beach with. I'll tell you, the folks who restored this, they didn't cut any corners anywhere. I'm actually going to get down here on the floor because I really just want you to see just how clean everything is under here. It's astoundingly clean. The whole underside of the car painted that same beautiful white as the top. Suspension components have all been replaced with new parts, new bushings. All suspension components are black, so they look great and stand out against the white underbelly of the car. Simply fabulous. Braking power for the car, just four-wheel drums, as one might expect on such a little car, and it's of course manual steering. The car is so light it doesn't even weigh 1,000 pounds, I don't think. It's a super lightweight car. You can see here we have a chain, which is your door basically. And it's coated in beautiful white pristine leather. Let's unhook it. These are, we're told by the most recent owner and the restorer, these are the original cane seats, and they did not need to be recaned. They are in fabulous condition. They do lean forward, both seats up front, and the seat in the back also can lean forward. Oh, I see what's stopping it right there. You can see the rubber mats on the floor. These are exceptionally hard to find. We are told by the restorer this was the last available set of OEM rubber floor mats in the world for a Jolly. And he was able to procure them. And I imagine they were not cheap. The whole idea with the wicker seats and the rubber matted floor is that this is a beach vehicle. It's made to put on your yacht, troll around the Mediterranean, and scoot around in little European villages when you're at dock. It is surprisingly comfortable for a little car. The seats don't feel bad. It's like sitting in a decent wicker chair. And these floor mats, the whole set of them here that all cover the bottom, are just so cool. Between the wicker seats here, we've got a center tunnel that has quite a few features to it. This right here, this is the on-off for the heat. It basically opens the gate, allows heat to start flowing in. There's a vent here, there's a vent here. And those both have knobs on them so you can open and close them. If you close those vents, it'll send the heat on through here, on up, and out the defrost vents up in the dash. So that's how the crazy heating system works in one of these. You've got an emergency brake here. This is a choke to the left, and to the right, this is your starter lever. And you just pull it and then drop it right back down, fires it right up. A great looking restored wood shift ball with Fiat logo here for the 4-speed transmission. Shifts real easy, real easy. Let's take a look up at our steering wheel here. This is an OEM correct steering wheel for this vehicle with a working horn that sounds really cute. Other things on the dash and under the dash. This is an AM radio that's exactly the same as the AM radio that was in the vehicle when the restorer got it. The radio he got was non-working, so he put a working one in, found exactly the same one, and it has a speaker mounted on it. It just plays AM, and it doesn't sound that great, but it's functional. These lights tell you when you have the lights on, turn signal indicator, and one that comes on when lights are on. I'll show that to you shortly. 11,521 actual miles on the odometer, and that is correct per the title. Actual miles title on this, 11,521. And you'll see there's little warning light areas for oil, fuel, generator, and lights. And if you can get this up to 70 miles an hour, you've got the wind at your back and you're going down a steep hill. It is not a quick car. I think it tops out at about 50. Over here in the center dash, let me get myself out of that picture. We've got a cute little dash mounted rear view mirror. The smallest ashtray I think I've ever seen. I mean, look at the size of my hand versus the size of the ashtray. It's quaint, rather unusable. Looking down here, that's where the key goes in the ignition. This switch is for wipers. This switch is for the lights. This switch is for the dash lights. And down underneath, we've got a little cubby to put stuff in. And this is a throttle pull. The person who restored it said that you generally don't need this to start it, that the choke is enough, that you can just hold the throttle instead of using your foot by using that. Seems a little pointless to me, and we've not had to use it. Over to the right, got a wicker wrapped grab handle for the passenger, just in case things get a little frisky while you're out driving around. And down beneath here, this is a plunger, a push plunger, and that's what puts the windshield wiper fluid up onto the windshield. So pretty straightforward. Now is the time that I enjoy the most. We are going to start this jolly up. I can't wait for you to hear it. So the key goes in, turns to the side. You'll see right away the car knows that the key's in it. I'm going to push in on the clutch, and I'm going to give it maybe just a little bit of choke, and then pull the starter. Listen to her roar. Just awesome. I love that horn. This is, you'll see there are two stalks here. The first one is for the blinkers. Left blinker, right blinker. The other one is for the headlights. And you turn the lights on in general here. You'll see that little light comes on, says lights are on. If you have it in the high position, there's no lights, except the running lights. Middle position is low beam, bottom position is high beam. And you'll see there when your high beam's on, you get the indicator right there. Shut the lights off, dash lights. Yeah, it's impossible to see the dash lights inside here. The lighting's too bright. And then here, windshield wipers. I don't know what good they're going to do you without windows on the car, but oh, this car sounds great, runs great. It is so much fun. I will turn on the radio. So it does work. It works better outside. We are in a steel building, and it doesn't sound, no AM radio sounds that good in here. It's hard to pull in stations. Let's go out and give it a listen. Put our chain back up. I'll tell you folks, I feel personally lucky to have even gotten to spend any time around this vehicle, let alone sit in it, start it, drive it for a minute. It's so cool. It is so cool and rare. I know it's the only one I'm ever going to physically touch, and I can't help but be smitten by it. Folks, if you've got questions about this unbelievably interesting and cool Fiat Jolly Giardiniera, give us a call. Here at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, Ohio, our number is 614-276-7355. We're happy to help you out with financing if you need it. We work with a couple companies who specialize in loans on these classic cars. And we can get it delivered from our garage to your garage in an enclosed carrier. Again, folks, a 1965 Fiat Jolly Giardiniera, one of less than 10 known to still exist, completely frame off, nut and bolt restored, spare no expense. Go to our website, check out the undercarriage photos, engine photos. This is as close to perfect as you're going to find. We sure do appreciate everybody watching today. Remember to like, share, subscribe, ring that bell. We'll be back again tomorrow with something else cool, but I'm not sure it's going to beat this. Thanks again, folks. Have a great day.